What if the buyer decides that there are some significant expenses which they will incur in the future, but which haven't yet materialised and may be somewhat uncertain, but they'll change the value of the company they're buying? And what they want to do is they want to make the sellers responsible for whatever the outcome of those events or activities are. And you, in the negotiation, you agree that this is reasonable, or you might simply agree in order to get the deal done. But you're not sure exactly what the cost is going to be, or what the impact on the overall valuation will be. You might at that point agree what's called an escrow. And with an escrow, what happens is some portion of the sales proceeds are put with an independent arbitrator, who will then, on the basis of the evidence produced by the seller and the buyer, decide what the outcome will be. So, for example, you might put 10% of the purchase price with an independent broker or legal firm, and then there's a document which goes with the escrow, which outlines those events which are contained within the escrow agreement. And depending on the outcome of those events, how much will be taken out of the escrow in order to compensate the buyer for that expense. Now, generally speaking, these last typically 12 months or 2 years. They have a list of events or outcomes that are contained within the document, and then parties agree on the basis of an outcome what the compensation will be, or the arbitrator agrees on the compensation. Now, generally speaking, these can work. However, if there's a dispute over the outcome, or there are other events or other activities which confuse the picture, then the resolution can be quite difficult and sometimes expensive. If you can get away with not moving into an escrow, then you should try to achieve that as an outcome, even if you need to discount the sale price by a small amount. It's better to have everything concluded on the date of sale rather than to allow these things to hang over for some period of time, particularly if they could end up in dispute and significant legal expenses.